What is up, everybody? It's Jason Cruz here once again with another episode of The Legal Submission. And this time we're going to be taking a look at a lawsuit filed by Gennady Golovkin against Golden Boy Promotions. But before we do that, as always, and what is custom here at The Legal Submission, I'm going to ask you to like the video. You guys haven't been doing that. Subscribe to my legit Substack. Follow MMA Payout on Twitter. Visit MMApayout.com for all that you want to know about the legal and business aspects in combat sports. Now let's get back to the lawsuit at hand. It's not going to be the first time that the Gennady Golovkin and Canelo Alvarez has fought. As we know, they're fighting September 17th in Las Vegas, the trilogy. But there was another fight that started this past spring related to the second fight between Golovkin and Canelo Alvarez, and that is in relation to the payouts that the two were supposed to have occur. And going to it. We can see that the lawsuit was filed in the Superior Court of the State of California for the County of Los Angeles. Complaint relates to breach of contract, breach of fiduciary duty, conversion, constructive trust, accounting, and so forth and so on. We're going to be talking about that. There was a countersuit as well filed by Golden Boy Promotions, which relates to this lawsuit. Now, the lawsuit stems from the negotiations related to the second fight between the two. Recall the first fight that happened between Golovkin and Alvarez ended up in a draw. Obviously, a rematch was in the offing, and that was supposed to happen in May of 2018. What happened to prevent that from happening was, of course, the fact that Canelo Alvarez tested positive for a banned substance. Canelo contends that it was related to to meat that he ate at a barbecue in Mexico. Golovkin kind of insinuated it was not related to the meat; it was related to perhaps performance-enhancing drugs, but we don't know the deducement of where it actually came from. What we do know is that the May 2018 rematch was postponed. And that did not happen until September of 2018. Now, the terms of the agreement for that fight remain the same, but as we will talk about, there were some issues related to the particular payouts. Now, in Canelo Alvarez lawsuit, he talks about there being a payout split of 55-45, with the exception of net tickets sales and revenues, which shall be split on the basis in which Golden Boy Promotions was to receive $2.5 million in net ticket sales. Now, it was also an addendum. And in the initial rematch contract, which was supposed to take place in May, had similar findings related to the payouts and the fact that that they were to pay out Triple G after they received the accounting on the ticket sales from HBO. Well, first and foremost, Triple G claimed that he did not receive that information from Golden Boy or the payout, which they contend was over $9 million. So there was a series of promises made between the two parties that they would rectify the situation, that Golden Boy would provide Triple G with the correct accounting and the correct payout, which was the most important, of course, to the fighter. They did not receive that. And in fact, there was a disagreement over the two additional sums which Triple G claims to be due. Golden Boy did not properly compute the monies due from the net gate receipts as set forth in the portion of the addendum quoted above, and as well as the net ticket sales. After this was pointed out to Golden Boy in 2021, which was actually last year, they issued a revised accounting revised accounting and stated that they still owe Triple G $1,375,000. Now, the original $9 million allegedly was paid out, but Triple G contends that, Golden Boy had a free loan for X amount of years from, the date of that second fight till this particular fight. Excuse me, till this particular payout. So that essentially what relates to a free loan. But the $1.375 million is still at the offing, according to Triple G. Golden Boy refused to pay, which was an issue. There was also an issue related to sponsorships. Golden Boy and Triple G agreed that the location of sponsors on the ring match shall be substantially the same as their first bout in September of 2017, which a diagram was given to the parties. In exchange, Triple G agreed that it will generate a minimum of $450,000 in sponsorship revenue for the event. So Triple G still had to do some work here in relation to getting sponsorships up and going. However, according to the Triple G complaint, Golden Boy literally sold the prominent placement out from under Triple G, which made it hard for Triple G to sell premium sponsorships, as well as it meets its goal of the $450,000. So there's that issue. Triple G also claims there were other issues and payments that were not given back by Golden Boy, but the crux of the issue relates to the $1.375 million owed to him. Now, Golden Boy filed a lawsuit or countersued Triple G, claiming, among other things, breach of contract, as well as requesting the court to have a declaratory relief, primarily on the basis that there was a mutual mistake of the parties. And what was the mutual mistake? Well, going to the lawsuit, it was the payout of $2.5 million. So going to paragraph 12 of their complaint, they indicate that due to a mutual mistake in the process of drafting the addendum to the contract for the September 2018 rematch, the parties utilized ambiguous language which could be interpreted as suggesting that Golden Boy's $2.5 million premium payment should be subtracted from net ticket sales revenues prior to applying the 55-45 split. This was not the intention or agreement of the parties, as they had expressly agreed that Golden Boy would receive 55% of the net ticket sales plus an additional $2.5 million split. So obviously the math really was important here, and the drafting of the contract, according to Golden Boy, was vague as to when they would receive that $2.5 million. After the computation of the ticket revenues or after the 55-45 split makes difference. Now, there are two types of mistake in contract law that we will need to know. One is a unilateral mistake. A unilateral mistake does not void the particular issue in the contract. Now, the relief, of course, that I'm talking about here is if there is a mistake, you are relieved from the obligations of the contract. Mutual mistake. So with unilateral mistake, you are not relieved of the obligations. You still have to go through with it. Mutual mistake, you are relieved of the obligations as here Golden Boy claims that there is a mutual mistake of the parties, meaning that one party thought it was one way and another party thought it was another way. So a part of the lawsuit is for the court to determine that this was a mutual mistake on interpreting the contract. Okay, so what about the issues related to the sponsorships and what other issues Golden Boy had? Well, according to Golden Boy, They claim that Triple G did not hold up its end of the bargain in terms of selling sponsorships, as well as its pay-per-view territories, which it was in control of, namely Kazakhstan, where Triple G is from. So they claim that Triple G didn't do its end of the bargain of selling up the pay-per-view as well. So as far as Golden Boy is concerned, they want a declaration that, pursuant to the parties' agreement, Golden Boy is entitled under the addendum to payment of 55% of net ticket sales revenues plus an additional payment from net ticket sale revenues of $2.5 million, and another declaration that Golden Boy is not required to pay Triple G interest under the addendum based on Golden Boy's compliance with Triple G's express instructions to withhold payment of funds due under the addendum. So there's the issue right now. We will probably see this lawsuit continue on far after this third fight. What it would be an interesting thing to think about is how the parties dealt with this particular negotiation in this fight. And one might think that the parties predicated a lot of the payments based upon what happened in the second contract. So there is the fight before the fight, and the legal dispute between Triple G and Golden Boy. As you recall, Canelo is no longer promoted by Golden Boy. The Triple G Golden Boy Promotions lawsuit will continue. We'll see what happens. I will continue to follow and report on it. It's Jason Cruz from the Legal Submission, MMApayout.com. And I hope you guys enjoy the fight on Saturday night. Have a good one.